So what does the energy of 2021 have in store for us? And we're going to take a look today at the energy of the numerology number 5 for the year. We're going to look at the numbers 2, 2, and 1 in my energy profiling system, which then equals the 5, because that's how you create the number 5 for numerology. 2 plus 2 plus 1 equals 5. We're going to take a look at what the year of the ox is telling us in the Chinese system, and we're also going to just talk generally about the astrological effects of how the planets affect our experience here. Well, there's a lot of good news here. That's what I'm excited about. Before I go and kind of research it on my own and look at the different bodies of work that I tap into to get a sense of things, I tune in myself. I actually ask the question, what does the energy of 2021 have in store for us? I did the same thing for the year 2020, and that video came out, about a year ago, a little less than a year ago. And what's interesting is I had no way of knowing the story that would play out, what the energy is there. What we create with it is up to us. But it was about really bringing stuff to the surface, stirring things up, revealing, making a big shift of the power centers. And I love this comment that was posted in last year's 2020 video. She wrote this 8 months ago. She said, well, because I talked about that the energy was a type 2 and a type 4 energy, which you could say, have we done a type 2 energy is feeling based. It's an emotional connection with the world. Have our feelings been stirred up in 2020? Yeah, I think so. A lot of feelings going on, so that's a real strong type 2 energy. The other, the type 4, type 4s are people that reflect on their world. They think about it. They have a cause to reflect, meditate, consider things. How do I feel about this? What do I think about this? What's my opinion about this? They reflect on things. Was there a lot of inner reflection going on for all of us? What do I think about this? What do I think's really happening here? Who do I support? Who do I want to listen to? Who do I do not? Who lines up with me? Who doesn't align with me? A lot of reflection and just deciding how to navigate an experience where decisions were made outside of our control. But we still had control of our inner world. And for the most part, we had control of our lives. It's just some things have changed and they haven't shifted back, or I don't think we ever shift back. We shift forward to new opportunities. And 2021 is giving us an open door, which I think is very exciting. But this particular viewer, Amy, said, well, 2020 is sure turning out to be the most yin energy year I've ever experienced in my 50 plus years. So very type 2 and type 4 energy dominant. Hashtag stay home, which is type 2. Type 2s are homebodies. Hashtag social distance, where, type 4s are, don't get in my space unless I invite you in my space, or don't touch my stuff unless I give you permission to touch my stuff. So very much so, but I had no idea that was going to, be the story that played out, but the energies are what drive this. So let's take a look at the energy. What you do with it is really up to you. Bigger than ever. You saw in the screenshot, anything goes. So I asked the question, what's the energy of 2021? And right away, the two words that came to me were anything goes. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? Anything goes. So I'm going to be reading from my notes because I had to spend some time tuning into this and really getting a sense of things. So I made notes, and it's just easier if I read them because it's more clear. 2020 had a big message for us. It's time to stand in our own power, to know what is correct for us rather than looking outside ourselves for answers, insight, and giving our power away outside of us. The numerology of 2021 is 5. 2 plus 2 plus 1 equals 5. So the energy of 2021 is asking us to open our mind. What do you want? 5 is the middle number between 1 and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, then you hit 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the bridge. It would be like the fourth chakra is the bridge of the lower and upper chakras. 1, 2, 3, you hit 4. It's the bridge between the outer and inner world. And so you could say number 5 is the bridge between in the number sequencing, that it's all about creation. It's the energy of a bridge from where you are to where you want to be. It's an doorway. The door's been opened. What do you want? That's why anything goes. What you focus on, you will create more quickly than ever. If you focus on, you have this spectrum. It's like, where do you put your attention in the waking time in your life? Are you down here on this side of the scale in fear? Are you living a fear-based reality? Are you focused on what to fear? Do your decisions come from the world of prevention? I have to prevent because of fear. Or are you over here, somewhere closer to joy? I choose to create. What do I want? I will create that. That's what I want. I don't have to prevent. I choose to create. I teach that in my book, Mastering Affluence. This whole, where, any given day, are you in prevention energy? Or are you in creation energy? So you're going to be shown. The simple matter of it is 2021 is going to show you. It's going to be in your face, the results of where your attention is. Now, the difference is, if you're in victim mode, you'll just blame the outside world or somebody's decisions, and somebody in a position of power that you perceive has created the circumstances of our lives, and say it's their fault. If you are in creation energy and you feel and you choose to be accountable, you step into the awareness of, what is this teaching me? What is the lesson here? What can I create from this? What is it that I choose to align with? And so you think very differently. Going on here, so where you put your attention, what you focus on will be more important than ever. Now, in the world of energy profiling, we have the 2 energy and the 1 energy. 2 energy and energy profiling is about turning within and seeing how you feel about things. 2020 brought us into our feelings in a powerful way. How do I feel about this? Feeling more powerfully what is correct and what is not correct to follow. The more you get into making decisions based on intuition rather than the thinking mind and the rational mind, it's a feeling experience. You feel if something's correct, and not even necessarily an emotional feeling. It can be a body sensation, but it's still a feeling. An energy presents. I get a hit. I can bring any consideration into my energy field, even if it's somebody putting a question into my field of energy, and I know, move forward, it's a uh-huh or response. It's a uh-huh, yep, doors open, go. Or a no movement, just door shut. No, I know it that quick now because I've been practicing this for 7 years. The art of following the energy of what is correct based on the feeling I get. So that's where the 2 gets in. We're meant to get better at this. You're meant to really fine-tune that practice rather than thinking it through the shoulds, need tos, have tos of your life. Anything you think you need to do, should do, or have to do is gonna go south for you in 2021. So the other side of that is, and what is incorrect, if you don't, you will feel, when you choose what's incorrect for you, you will feel an increased discomfort very quickly. The number 1 energy in the 2021 is all about creation. Type 1 energy is where the cycle of energy starts. New possibilities, new ideas. Let's create this. Creation energy. Animation really means creation. Type 1s have an animated energy. And so you're given more power to create than you ever have. And then again, with that idea of who can you trust? because that's come up for 2020 and 2020, that question of who can I trust? Well, the answer to that is meant to be, well, I'm meant to trust myself and what is correct for me. And it's really not my business what other people are choosing and aligning with. Especially when people are in position to make various decisions that a lot of people feel very differently about. There's a wide divide when it comes to the world of politics, vaccines, the way the different, mask, no mask. And quite honestly, I've made it my business to do what's correct for me. And it's really not my business to tell somebody else what to do, not even my own children, and force my opinion upon them. It's not my job. I am trusting myself. I am in charge of me. That is bigger than ever in 2021. What's correct for you that you feel so strongly about may not be what's correct for someone else. Because what if the lesson more than anything is following what's correct? Not even about what the choice is, but just being set up to know, are you going to choose what's correct even though other people are making other choices? That's your correct. It may not be their correct. Let that be. Choose to be your own authority for yourself. So with the anything goes, what you create looks different than what others choose to create. And that's where remind yourself, anything goes this year. That doesn't mean chaos, wild, like, woohoo, anything goes. It means where I go, you may not go. You may go there with that choice. I may go here at that choice. Are they both correct, even though they look differently? Yeah, they're correct for each party. Because you're doing your anything and I'm doing my anything. Because that's the bigger lesson. Can we stop, telling everybody what to do based on our correct? Because it's correct for me. Does that mean it's correct for you? No, I don't know it's correct for you. My job as expert in healing is to help free you up so you can know what's correct for you. Because I don't want to tell you. I want to teach you how to know. I want to help you get so clear spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically that it's like coming through on a golden platter and you can go, I know it's correct for me. I don't expect Carol to tell me what's correct. Then the year of the ox in the Chinese astrology system. Well, the ox is it's steady. It plow. It's known to kind of shoulder to the wheel. The ox that pulls the plow. It's been a work animal. It's a strong force, and so your efforts of what you have been working on will materialize in 2021. So for those of us that have been in this work for decades, we're really going to see the fruits of our labors because we've been the ox. We've been plowing the rows. We've been opening the space, paving the highways. We've been out there doing, I got into this in 1987. I've been a front runner in this experience. I'm a path maker. It's like I'm going to, create the avenues. And so for those of us that have played in that ox energy, it will materialize for us. We'll see a lot of fruits to our being committed for the long haul. But for those of you that are newer to this work and doing your own healing, the mind-body connection, really being able to be a conscious human being, that's okay. Everything is moving so fast, it won't take you long to catch up. It'll be like, 6 months, you'll be where I'm at. 6, 7, 8, but by the end of 2021, we can all be in the same place. But you have to show up and do your work. You have to be willing to say, I'm choosing to be accountable and I'm going to be a creator of my life. And so let me see if I got any other notes here. So it's a great time to be alive. It really is. It's very exciting. A lot of doors are opening. So I wrote this quote recently. I love it. This is really what 2021 is going to represent. We all live in the same world, but not in the same realities. And that's the anything goes. I choose a joy-based reality rather than a fear-based reality. And what do I do when I'm encountering or in the space? Let's say I'm on a trip on the airplane and the person next to me is obviously fear-based based on, I'm doing what if I want to fly, at the current time of this recording, I'm required to wear a mask, and I'm compliant with all that, but I'm not going beyond the required practices that's been asked. The passenger next to me might go to 5 times the effort with what they're choosing to do to be on that plane, with what they're doing, what they feel to protect themselves. Now, either they really have a condition they need to be very, very conscientious of, and they're taking those precautions, or they're in fear. And I don't have, do I judge that, or do I say that's their reality? And that's the beauty of all this, is we have a right to choose the reality we want to live in. And that's being given to us regardless of what's going on in the bigger story. As we continue to practice this and really own this, the more we birth the freedom that we all cherish and we love, and to become a conscious planet that works from a place of awareness, where one of the biggest lessons we're here to learn is how to respect each other as we choose to create those different realities. So share your comments. What are you tuning into the energy of 2021? How has this video helped you? Please share it. This is great, timely information. A lot of people feel like, oh no, like, will life ever, have we just gone backwards? It felt like in 2020, we went backwards in a way where, no, we didn't go backwards. We just brought to the surface a lot of what we were shown that's asking to be healed. And that's good. So let's keep healing. I'm here to help you. Go to healwithcarol.com. Go take my step quiz. Go through my my energy healing basics guide, and let me help you to make 2021 a nostalgic year that you'll always remember. I want you to be able to say, yeah, it was that 2021 year that really pivoted my reality. I remember that. That was a turning point for me. I really showed up, and I decided to really practice being a mindful creator. You can look forward to me releasing later this year. I'm very excited. I'm talking to, I gotta make sure you can hear me. I just finished the 20-year anniversary updated edition of Remembering Wholeness that will be out June or July of 2021. This is a must-read book this year. This is a study of becoming a creator. It's profound. And what I did, it has 60 short chapters. At the end of each chapter, I added a 20-year anniversary addendum, probably added another 50 pages to the book. It's not only going to be a great refresh for you to read it again, but I have great tools, insights, practices that will be real pertinent for the time in which we live. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week.